As stadiums have evolved, they have simply gotten better and better. And as new ones come on the horizon, they bring hope to cities that their new arena will be one that will be talked about as a crown jewel of their respective sport. Or simply is just better than the last one. Well, let's just take a look at what the future holds and poop all over it. Critiquing every upcoming stadium in major sports is coming up right after this. Look here, I'm an authority when it comes to ball shaving, beard trimming, and nose hair trimming. But now I'm here to tell you how to keep your ass clean. That's right, with the Buff Bundle from Manscaped, this is the ultimate showering kit for men to look and feel your best. Check this out, this is the Body Buffer, and it's a handheld exfoliator designed to remove dead skin, bacteria, and reduce ingrown hair. I use it on my entire body, and since it's silicone, I can gently use it on my Gunther and know my ass is literally clean. Next, we have the Ultra Premium Body Wash infused with aloe vera and sea salt, and it's dye-free. There's a reason why I'm 46 years old and still look great. I've been using this stuff for over 3 freaking years. So after this video, go to manscaped.com/5-points and get 20% off plus free shipping. Again, that's manscaped.com/5-points for 20% off and free shipping. That's right, the Buff Bundle from Manscaped. Before we get started, I divided these into confirmed and proposed projects. I also included upcoming college football stadiums since those athletes are no longer amateurs. Congrats to the Clippers for being a 40-year-old that's finally moving out of his mom's basement. After years of living rent-free in the Lakers' home, the Intuit Dome will open in time for the 2024/2025 NBA season. It's said that the design is that of a basketball going through a giant hoop, but to me it looks like one of those weird, satisfying soap-cutting videos. The $2 billion arena has already been topped out and is looking to be on schedule and already way over budget. Features for the new stadium include on-site team offices, the team's practice facility, retail spaces, and outdoor basketball courts that will be open to the public. Public courts in Englewood sounds like a great idea. This place also wasn't without controversy, as MSG Entertainment, who owns the Forum, where the Clippers used to play, tried to force them back there, but Steve Ballmer wanted to build so bad he just bought the Forum in addition to funding most of the arena himself. Okay, Steve, I see you putting your big boy pants on. This place does look amazing. I can't wait to see it when it's finally done. The result of failed proposal after failed proposal, David Beckham, yes, that David Beckham, finally got this one pushed through. Beckham has owned Inter Miami FC since 2013 and began back then to try and get a soccer-only stadium in South Florida, failing twice. The project appears to have shifted from the original futuristic-style roof design to one of a more traditional fabric roof construction to shade more fans. Personally, I like the more simplified design. The stadium is being built on the former Mel Reese golf course near the airport and will be part of a large campus that will include practice fields, retail spaces, hotels, and hopefully Leo Messi. Amazing timing there. Other than these basic renderings, not many of the stadium's advanced features have been disclosed, but construction is definitely underway. The MLS's retirement home must be built. Construction has officially begun on new Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park and is expected to open on time in 2026. After some preliminary renderings were released, we got an update from the team in February, which shows some close-ups of the exterior and an end zone view of the interior. I love how they kept the stadium outdoors as to not lose the advantage of having to play football near Lake Erie in the dead of winter, and allegedly these red lights are heaters, not just LEDs. The new stadium will hold 65,000 spectators, have multiple video boards, a canopy that covers 65% of the seats, statues of buffaloes, and a freezer where they keep Damar Hamlin's body while his robot replacement continues to roam the planet. Ah yes, the $2.1 billion giant record player, new Titan Stadium is set to become the next top-tier stadium in the NFL when it opens in 2026. Ground is set to begin getting shoveled in either late 2023 or in 2024. However, all the financing has been secured, with a little over half coming from taxpayer money. And it looks like they will be getting the bang for their buck, as the stadium features outdoor entertainment spaces, lots of bars, indoor pavilions, retail spaces, and of course, more bars. The roof will be translucent with intimate seating and high-angle slopes for the stands, so the fans will be right on top of the action. The stadium serves in stark contrast to the previous Nissan, which it will be built right next to, and that one was built on a budget. New Titan Stadium doesn't look to be sparing a penny and will likely be a prime future destination for a Super Bowl. I really think this one is going to be a winner. All rejoice, as this stadium will mark the end of the temporary occupation of Yankee Stadium by New York FC that was supposed to last like 3 years, but will end up being a total of 15? New New York City FC Stadium will be built in Queens, right next to Citi Field in Willets Point, and will be part of a 23-acre complex that will feature affordable housing, and of course, the 25,000-seat soccer-only stadium, the first in the city. Kinda sucks though that if you're from the Bronx and you like the team, now you have to schlep all the way over to Queens just to catch a game. Anyways, not much has been said about the stadium's features other than it looks like 2 giant L's put together, which is fitting considering how many L's the mayor took trying to get this thing funded. It's set to open in 2027. The USF Bulls are finally moving out of Raymond James Stadium and getting their own on-campus digs. This $340 million stadium has had its initial planning and design phases approved, so construction is imminent. The only renders that have been published show this semicircle design, though it's possible in the design phase things change. Maybe make it look like a bull or something, guys. When Aloha Stadium was condemned a few years ago, that forced the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors into the tiny Clarence T. Ching Athletic Center. However, after several years of wrestling for funds and stern arguments, it appears there might finally be a timeline for the new 25,000-seat stadium to be built in an entertainment district in Honolulu, with a price tag of about $400 million. Building a stadium in Hawaii presents unique challenges as the saltwater environment is highly corrosive to steel and other building materials. The renderings look fantastic, though it is unlikely this is even the final appearance of the stadium. Now, proposed stadiums. Rail Yard Stadium was going to be a 21,000-seat soccer-specific stadium in Sacramento, but if you know about California's capital and stadium disasters, you won't be too shocked about what happened here. In 2012, the United Soccer League expanded to Sacramento with the Sacramento Republic FC. In 2019, it was planned that SRFC would join the MLS, and these stadium renderings were released, featuring a beautiful exterior and separate stands for each side, like St. James Park. It was to take many aspects of European soccer stadiums, a steep grade for the stands, but with modern amenities. Well, that was all good until COVID hit and the MLS expansion was put on hold, placing the project on hold. Since then, revisions have been proposed to reduce the capacity, which I think will take away from this Euro aesthetic thing that they have going on here. Fortunately, not a shovel of dirt has been moved, so at least there's that. These sketches are brand spanking new, though it's curious just how ready to go these renderings were, as the A's have had trouble getting a ballpark done in Northern California. Las Vegas, like they did with the Raiders, stepped in like the handsome guy friend, just showing the team some attention, and it seems to have worked. The city approved a measure to fund the clearing of the site, and other than the MLB approving the relocation, this is going down. And trust me, they will approve. Originally, the stadium started with these spaceship level concepts, but now it appears the arena will look like this and retain some features that do look distinctly Oakland A's, or just the A's now, like the ridiculous foul ground and circular outfield seating pre-Mount Davis. I mean, just rub it in, why don't you? And yeah, a retractable dome is necessary in the desert. It's been a long discussion about finally replacing Kauffman Field someday, and even though it's a beautiful park, it is old. Though no solid plans are in place, a company called Mammoth released these basic renderings for a downtown location of a new ballpark. It says their intent is to retain the curved seating of Kauffman, but to integrate classic features of Fenway/Camden Yards. The outside has a jewel box era feel. However, I don't think you can have a ballpark in Kansas City without the waterfall spectacular. These are just kind of meh, if you ask me. Old Ryan Field is probably one of the worst in the Big Ten, not all of USA. So the billionaire Ryan family sought to do something about it, proposing this privately funded $800 million renovation/rebuild of the stadium, which would indeed take it up a notch. The new field would retain the white stone exterior of the old one and bring the capacity down to about 35,000, which is just about the maximum number of people who care about Northwestern football. Still, despite the funds being privately gifted and not taxpayer money, about 1,000 people signed a petition against the project. I don't know what they're pissed off about, but hey, NIMBYs, you do you. This $1.7 billion stadium proposal certainly looks amazing from the inside. It's when you zoom out that you see it's clearly just a giant sperm splattered in the middle of downtown Orlando. These initial renderings and proposal have no official funding, but the concepts were designed to entice a possible MLB team like, say, the Rays, to come to Orlando and maybe someday stick. The canopy area covers both the baseball field and an entertainment/park district. And yeah, you can't unsee it now. Probably the most unnecessary stadium saga in all the NFL, the Chicago Bears continue to struggle to set concrete plans for their new digs, a reflection of both the town they play in and the family that owns the team. Days after the Bears said that Arlington Park, the site that they own, was not the singular focus of their stadium search, demolition began on the site. Though the city has unveiled plans to renovate Soldier Field, the only renderings we have seen of the Arlington Park site has been this one shitty image that has the stadium looking like a block of cream cheese. Anyways, good luck with all the red tape. I hope someday they can pull the trigger on some new renderings and or stop being drama queens and build the damn stadium. Man, I'm not even a Bears fan and I hate the McCaskies. And finally, critiquing our last upcoming stadium in major sports. Just look at this beauty. This is what you came for, isn't it? Though being sold as a renovation, this is essentially a teardown and rebuild with a ultra-modern interior and exterior on the same site as Duval, the only stadium the Jaguars have known. The renderings show a new widened concourse to alleviate crowd congestion, a translucent roof to keep the fans cooler, and multiple entertainment spaces that plan to be fully interactive and immersive. The venue is also designed with other events in mind, like concerts and two football teams' fan bases getting absolutely hammered on a Saturday. I guess they could call it the world's largest indoor cocktail party now. I love the renderings and concepts here. It looks like if all of this gets funded and executed, it will be the NFL's shiny new toy where they can actually justify hosting a Super Bowl in Jacksonville this time. There is no target date set for now, but like Bart Scott, I can't wait. I'm 5 Points Vids, and please subscribe for more interesting videos on sports.